Welcome everyone, I'm Emory Hunt, the czar of the playbook, and now that all of the film has been watched and all of the grades are in, it's time for the FBGP Scouting NFL Draft Prospect Preview presented by Crossover. Before we get started with our rankings, here's how we gather our grades and what they actually mean. First, we watch a minimum of 3 full games on a prospect, his best game, his worst game, and the best possible matchup. And second, we grade on 15 key points specific to the position to equal 100 points in total. Now here's what the grades you'll see by a prospect name will actually mean. Prospects that have earned grades in the 90s graded out as potential future NFL All-Pros. Prospects in the 80s are considered future Pro Bowl players. Grades in the 70s represent solid NFL starters, and grades in the 60s are players that we believe are spot starters or situational starters in the NFL. And if you notice, we don't use the word reserve or backup because we personally feel as though there's no such thing as backups in the NFL, only starters in waiting. So without further ado, let's kick off our rankings by taking a look at our top 10. Garrett Bowles of Utah graded out as our #1 overall offensive tackle prospect. He has some of the cleanest tape for any offensive lineman in this year's draft class. He's actually in rarefied air within our rankings by grading out with a 90 overall. So there's no wasted movement in his setup, approach, or execution. In my opinion, he's a day one impact starter type of a prospect moving forward. I'm a big fan of Storm Norton's skill set out of Toledo. He's a tall guy that plays with length and is consistently able to extend against a defender. Norton knows when to strike quick and when to show patience. I think he's also a tremendous prospect. Taylor Moton of Western Michigan has really good versatility. I think he can man both offensive tackle spots in addition to excelling at guard. And Antonio Garcia out of Troy has excellent pass protection skills and is really good on the move in the running game. Julian Davenport of Bucknell is one of the cleanest prospects at the position. He's tall and also has length, along with having the athletic gifts of an interior offensive lineman. He has the ability to play either tackle spot as he's powerful and quick going left or right. You like to see him explode a little bit more out of his stance to be able to be quicker defenders to the spot. He's an FCS prospect who shined all week long at the Senior Bowl and should make a seamless transition into the NFL. Cam Robinson was a 5-star recruit and 3-year starter at Alabama. He has pro-level athleticism and quickness for the position. He's also able to run the arc with some of the quicker defensive ends and is an explosive down blocker as well. Robinson shows the ability to climb to the second level with ease and can get out and around on pulls and fold blocks fluidly. Consistency will be the name of the game as he moves forward onto the NFL, but I do believe as talented as a prospect he is, there's still a lot of upside left in this game. Diego Joseph of Florida International was impressive all week long at the East-West Shrine game. His read and recognition skills are very impressive as he shows all of the necessary footwork and mirroring skills to be successful as a pass protector. Consistency and hand placement will help him make significant strides as a run blocker moving forward. He's flying a bit under the radar nationally, but he's a guy who grades out really well on film. Moving on to prospects 11 through 20, and Jalen Ware of Alabama State has outstanding athleticism. If there's a Teron Armstead in this year's draft class, it would be Ware coming out of that Hornets program. Avery Genesee out of Texas A&M has really quick feet to mirror and match in pass pro. Now in the running game, when he's able to get into the defender's chest and run his feet, I believe he does very well. Justin Sr. is very tough to move off the spot. He does an excellent job of digging his heels in the ground, and he does show really good functional strength in steering defensive linemen once he locks on. Zach Wojtek of New Haven has that offensive lineman mean streak that you look for in a prospect. Some think he can play inside at guard. I also feel as though that he can be an ideal right tackle. I like how he's able to fire off the football in the running game and understands the importance to strike first. Look for him to initially start off as a swing tackle a la Zach Strief, but slowly grow into a consistent starter on the right side. Rounding out our offensive tackle prospect rankings with players 21 through 30, Doug Gilbert of Westchester and Mitchell Kirsch of James Madison are 2 small college diamonds in the rough. And you look at Kirsch, had a ton of buzz coming into the season, but dealt with a lot of injuries throughout the course of 2016. Torrey Boyd of Howard is coming off a solid NFL regional combine in Washington, D.C., and Roderick Johnson of Florida State had an up and down career for the Seminoles, mostly up, which definitely bodes well for his chances moving forward. Brad Seaton of Villanova is a prospect that shows terrific ability on both ends of offense. Where you like to see him get a little bit better, and it's a point of emphasis, or will be for his career, is playing with better pad level. Now, Seaton is able to move guys off the spot and even stonewall power rushers when he has good pad level. He's a terrific athlete coming from a very good program. Max Rich is another FCS offensive tackle coming from a good program. As we know, Harvard's head coach Tim Murphy does a great job in developing and coaching these guys up. Rich is very good in the running game. Consistency and moving his feet will be key moving forward, and at times his hands can get outside the framework of the defender, but overall he has the ability to excel at right tackle while also showing some athleticism to play on the left side. So that's a wrap for our 2017 FBGP Scouting Draft Prospect Preview presented by Crossover. To see more of our individual scouting reports, follow us on Twitter at FBGP Scouting and bookmark the page footballgameplan.com/FBGP Scouting. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/footballgameplan, where you can get all of our scouting videos, mock drafts, pro day videos, and interviews with NFL draft prospects. And one more thing, subscribe to us on iTunes under Football Game Plan Podcast.